Oh shit. Actually, let me add my chat box. Is this it? I just fucked two bitches before I saw you.
It's over 9,000!
Yo. Give me one sec. There we go. No chat should pop up. Alright, who do we got? Yo. Daikus, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, brother. Much love, man. Much love. Seems like streaming on TikTok might not be the wave. We got a gem box. Let's go. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. My bad, my bad, my bad. Ugh. Wait. Swap accounts real quick. Because somebody apparently one-starred me. That is... This dude might actually be horrible. Yeah, this guy is horrible. What? Mass Totem. Hydra. Not even using Phoenix. Supposed to put your balloons in front, not behind your drags. Oh my gosh. I just squirted all over my iPad. That is awesome. Wow. Ow. And even... Can I review your base? Of course. Long shot OP. That was a long shot masterclass. I'm not even gonna lie. Just send your player tag, because I don't know what clan you're in. Yeah, I don't. Kind of stupid. I have to go for that fire spitter. Alright, alright. Oh, yeah, you're in third. Have almost a max Town Hall 15, with the exception of Builder Huts. And... what else? Got a Wizzy, 2 Wizzies, 3 Wizzy Towers. When do you... yeah, you're freaking Elixir and at least our gold mines. You should... whatever. That's rushed, but that's okay. Minion Prince is a little rushed, that's for sure. Same thing. Warden's actually not rushed. King's rushed. That's Town Hall 13. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you've seen worse. People have seen worse, that's for sure. Everybody rushes their builder base for the 6th builder. Clearly, everybody. If you're not rushing your builder base, what are you doing? It's solid, man. Just gotta unrush. If you unrush, you're fine. I mean, you can catch up within like the next 2 months. Do you buy gold pass and stuff like that? If you do, you're fine. You are chilling. That can be fixed so easily. Up useless stuff in the lab. I mean, there's nothing wrong with strategic rushing. That's what you would call that, where you rush your lab, but you only have your main army max. But like once you get your main army max, then just work on your everything else. Know what I mean? I spent a lot of money during Hammer Jam. So a stupid amount of money. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at. Came back to the game 2 months ago. I respect it. My rush account is pretty rough. That's anti-fireball. That's basically almost the same. No, it's not the same base. Oh my god, if I could get that rage tower, that would be shmoney. Like, look at that value. Revenge tower, bull spitters, rage, multi-gear. Oh my gosh. Of course, it's claimed. Giant arrowed. Another Hydra attack by Preston. New totem spell carried me in rank this week. Yeah, it's so good. You could be going against Town Hall 16s because of what's what I'm looking for? Because you're in a higher league, maybe? I didn't really check your ranked league. That's on me. Oh my god, that Revenge Tower is just absolutely demolishing right now. I mean, he got his minion ability on it, but... Okay, he's getting the Revenge Tower down. But Monolith just... Hi Twips, how are you? How are you, Lola? I apologize, guys. I am going through it today. I'm so tired. I might need a nap. I'm the highest one for Golem. Will be P.E.K.K.A next week. I know with the new rank system, they did it by town halls. Or Preston. That is unfortunate. Not too bad. Getting blessed on defense today. That is what you love to see. My defense today is... eh. I still have one more left. 2 triples, 1 star though. So we're not doing too bad. Doing too bad. But I mean, my next couple of days for Legends League is gonna be rough, at least on the attacking side. I mean, I haven't switched up my defense base since Town Hall 18 came out. So I don't know. But I'm trying to learn Fireball, and I'm trying to stick to it instead of cowering out. So I just need to work on that. We should almost... Okay, we have 2 minutes until war pops. But we love getting blessed on defense. I got like 2 1-stars yesterday too. Oh, I got 1. For Dragon Spam with RC charge, is Henchman Puppet good on Prince? I personally like... So whenever I use the Minion Prince, my go-to equipment is Metal Pants and Dark Garb. Metal Pants is kind of like... It's kind of nice in case you're in a sticky situation. You see, you get the health recovery boost, and you basically get a hit point increase. That's my favorite equipment for Minion Prince. So I would do that. Even Noble Iron is pretty solid too. I don't really touch Henchman Puppet. I personally like using Metal Pants, but that's just me, like I was saying. It all depends on what you feel is valuable. I mean, try it yourself. Try different combinations. You know what I mean? What's up, Zolly? How are you? Hope you're doing good. No way. No way what? Yes way. I've always played Clash. Just never thought about streaming it, you know? Alright, war popped. What do we got? Somebody's already attacking. Let's check it out. I won't even bother claiming. Not just Apex and FPS shooter. Do I play other games? Honestly, not right now. I'm like very burnt out on everything. And I know my time with Clash is coming. I don't want to say that. I usually get burnt out pretty easily on games. I guess that's what I should have said. Alright, so we have a Rush Town Hall 15. Hey Emily, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, I'm usually an FPS shooter, that's for sure. But there's no games out right now that really pique my interest besides lost my train of thought. Wow, I am tweaking today. You hybrid or goat? I'm not gonna lie, I went to Texas Roadhouse for lunch and I have really bad social anxiety, so like even though I went at 11:30 in the morning, that place was freaking packed. I am doing well as well, Emily. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. That is what we love to see. I'm not gonna lie, I've been taking a step back as well. You're near Max Town Hall 17. Yo, let's go. I love this game and play also. Do you play more games? Yes. I do, but as of right now, I'm not really playing much of anything. Now, I have been thinking about playing Escape from Tarkov. I just re-downloaded it. Easy triple. I've been thinking about playing Escape from Tarkov. Of course. This freaking guy just wants to aura farm all the time. Been playing it 11 years. I've been playing this game since 2012 when it first came out. And obviously I've taken a lot of breaks as well in between. I have seen Arc Raiders. I don't know what I think about it. I don't think it's a game for me. I think I'll just have to watch it more to make an actual judgment on it. But from initially seeing it for the first time, it's kind of like, eh. Doesn't really itch anything that I'm trying to do. Oh my god, what is this base? What are my hobbies? Right now it's mainly playing Clash, and I'm now getting back into streaming. I figured I would stream myself playing Clash because that's what I mainly do at the moment. I love to dabble in some graphic and design stuff. Listen to music, of course. Just pretty basic stuff. I did play a little bit of Battlefield 6 when it came out. I thought it was fun, but it just got so boring. First, you're watching from the YouTube, Roy. Yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I shouldn't say like I'm the best graphic designer. I'm all right. I have a certain niche, that's for sure. A certain art style. Ugh. Somebody else is attacking. This freaking guy. Let's see his aura farm real quick. He's gonna, or no, he's fireballing. He's probably gonna go for that revenge tower. Willing to bet. If I fail, still the base. I don't think he'll fail. Why? He didn't even get the fire spitter. Oh my gosh. I probably wouldn't do any better, to be honest. He's using Mass Furnace? No, he's using Furnace Super Yeti. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing things. He better take out that revenge tower. That is a waste of a rage. Like... Okay. All right. This is a very interesting attack. I can't even lie. I mean, at least his RC took out that poison compartment. That's nice, but the ice golems got drawn to his main army. He started his hero Sui too late. He honestly should get the triple, I'm not gonna lie. As stupid as it sounds. He should get it. What's he running on King? EQ and Spiky? Nice, get the RC up. His queen's gonna go down. His queen's dead. And his RC hits a tornado trap. Oh my god, he still had queen ability. What? He popped that so late. What's my favorite strat of all time? I'm gonna be basic and say... Double overgrowth root riders. That is such a stupid triple. I'm not even gonna lie. And he's going back in. This dude's just aura farming. Give me 1 sec, chat. Sorry. Girl came in. Let me catch up. I don't like Lava Loon. No, I do not like Lava Loon. Never liked it. I remember when it was popular, when it first, you know, became a thing. Bowler Smash. You use these weird armies, I'm not gonna lie. Is that background behind me actually my house, or is it green screen? Definitely green screen. Definitely. I mean, I respect it. I respect your choice. I just haven't heard anybody like those armies in such a long time. Kind of caught me off guard. Do I like Queen Charge? I mean, Queen Charge used to be really good, but Royal Champion Charge is the way to go now. Queen Charge is only good on certain type of bases. I think if I go through the log, your message logs, I could probably remember. Yeah, you were here in 2021 for a couple days out of that year. Then 2023. Nice. I remember the name, that's for sure. 14 drags, 5 rocket loons, 11 invis, 1 recall, 1 totem. I assume you're doing a mass RC charge. Are you using haste vial and e-boots? Invis RC hydro. Yeah, I use. I'll show my armies that I use right now. Nice, another triple for Erebus Legion. I got a 1-star. Haste vial is the way to go if you're using a mass RC charge, in my opinion. You can use rocket spears as long as you pop the rocket spears first, and then you funnel your RC in with the invis spells. It's you'll start predicting where the RC is gonna go. It takes time. Just do it in friendly challenges. You'll get an idea. You just have to. I'll show it here in a sec. Okay, starting off with some rocket loons. So he's using haste vial e-boots. So this is actually a great example. At least right now it is. He's doing everything right. You want to use that haste vial when you're kind of in the core. I would pop haste vial now since you only have two invis left. Yeah, you got no value from that. Is haste good for all bases? I mean, if you know how to use it, yeah, I would say. Yeah. Why does he have no fox? Usually if you're doing a haste vial attack, you want to use Phoenix. But I like to cycle my RC and only use 5 or 6 invis spells. Hog Rider Puppet's very situational, I'm not gonna lie. Your Warden's gonna die. Warden's dead. Gone. Finito. As soon as I saw that air sweeper come through, oh, I just ruined it. Put some minions down there. What are you doing? Never mind. He's got CC to take care of that. Did he already start his hero? Where are his heroes? Okay. RC might actually clutch this up. He clutched it. That's freaking insane. Okay. Yeah, Fox saved his ass. This is such an easy base. He is back. Sorry, I had to get a drink. It's all good. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know. How many tiles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I put a EQ here and here. Actually, I don't know if that would be enough. I would have to do one here, one here. Or if I start my Warden walk from down here, get this down, invis that, it shouldn't go to the Revenge Tower, right? Ooh, I would have to ice block right here. You have it at level 15? Yeah, it's high enough, I guess. I mean, you don't have to use haste file at all. You don't. Like, you should be just fine with Rocket Spear E-boots. Everybody's attacking right now. Is it better to use spear after or before recall? I'd say before at a lower town hall. I mean, especially since you're using the RC to basically create the funnel. It's better to use, in my opinion, the rocket spear as the initial funnel. This Phoenix is putting in work, man. That Phoenix is working overtime. Look at this goofball. Let me show you how I would do it, okay? So, let's say I'm attacking this base here, right? What do I want to go for? So, I know this is heavily trapped, but I'll do it anyways. So I'll come here and just insta rocket spear. So rocket spears are done. I accidentally used 2 invis spells there, but I essentially created my pathing like that. So you could put your drags on this side here and kind of have a siege barracks or like a siege barracks queen here or even on this side here. So they just funnel in through here. I mean, since you are using a Hydra, so in this case, I would try to get this out and that out, and then deploy my main army right here. So they go in through there. I mean, you could even put siege barracks down here with an ice golem and a queen. And of course, the siege barracks. So they cut off this whole area here, so they stay inside the base. You get what I'm saying? Because you want your dragons to stay inside the base. You want your main army to stay inside of the base. You don't want them to split up. So if you didn't create a funnel here, your dragons would probably split off. And where's the undo? Okay, right here. So we'll use red. So you don't want your dragons to be on the outside there, because everything in the core here in the middle of the base is far more spread out than everything else. I don't know. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Are you using Mania Prince in place of the king? Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, that's when my king is low. I don't use king. But I'm gonna be a king glazer here. I love the king. I think king is super useful, in my opinion. But we all play differently, if I'm being honest. We all play differently. We all use different armies. We are all comfortable with other things. So, I get it. It's all good. My allergies are horrible today. I just want Minion Prince to get a little bit of a buff. Or get a better equipment. Because the Meteor Staff is so underwhelming. I thought it was going to be super good unless they buff that equipment. Then I could see Minion Prince being used a lot more. But in the higher leagues, Minion Prince is... It's debatable on how good he is. Like, if you use him for backline, he's alright. With the Dark Orb and, we'll just say Metal Pants. He's pretty solid. I used to, do a... On my Rush account, I used to do a Minion Prince charge with Noble... Wait, was it my alt account or was it this account when I first came back to the game? Can't remember. I'd use a Minion Prince charge with Noble Iron and I think it's Metal Pants. With Angry Jelly. So I used him to create my funnel a few times. How is Town Hall 18 ugly? Okay, now this is just straight up bullying. Actually, I lied. I assume he has his king down. He's got Super Yetis in that blimp, 110%. He's got all the clones in the freaking world. My god, dude. That is so toxic.
It's over 9,000!
Hey, 43, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Rio Squad. Welcome to the family. I appreciate you so much. I'll use him for ground attack, though. Understandable. Understandable. I'm gonna do some FCs here in a couple minutes. Hey, what's up, 43? How are you? Or if you want me to call you something different, just let me know. Hydras are just insane. Even Swag's a minion prince ability. Good, how about you? I'm doing alright. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Absolutely love to hear that. Hydras are stupid. But then again, one of my clanmates, Jimmy, he used Hydras in the last CWL and he one-starred every time. Poor guy. I should probably farm some Dark Elixir so I can start the upgrade on that, yeah? Let me do that real quick. What's good, Turkey? What's up? How long have I been in these clans? I joined... Oh, I already got my 50. When did I join? I joined November 1st, I think. Or no, September 1st. No, October. I think. Teach me to spirit walk better. I keep 80%, bro. Yeah, I got you. Here, I'll do a little friendly challenge. With my double OG. Alright, so... I try to find some value. It's hard to gauge what you find valuable with a spirit charge. So, here. I'll try to commentate as I go. So, I deploy my RC. So, this Invis Cloak is going to be active till 56. So, then you want to... Of course, drop your invis at 56. Then once the invis wears off, you will basically be all right, I guess. So now I'm targeting enemy RC. My Fox is dead now. So the ultimate goal is to just keep the Fox alive. Alright, so I got pretty good value there. So then, boom, boom. Then I'll do this for funneling to keep my roots inside of the base. Try to do something like that. Come on, King. Alright, so I want to deploy my RC ability now. Take off some of that heat. Do that. E-tome. I want my army to go further into the base. I'm gonna need it for this revenge tower. Do a little bit of that. Yeah, that revenge tower is horrible. I'll go through the replay and walk you through the spirit walk. So this is obviously just for show and tell. I'm not trying to take this seriously. All right, anyways, just let that go. So when you're spirit walking, I try not to scout for too long. I'll quickly glance at a base. I don't know why my chat box is off. Anyways, let me catch up on these. How long have I been in these clans? Until October. October 1st was my first time, I'm pretty sure. How long did it take you to get that to that point in game? Like how many years have I played? I played since 2012. So since the game first came out. Sorry it took me so long to get to that. Anyway, so when you first drop your RC, it automatically goes into the Spirit Fox or the Spirit Walk passive, where you're invisible. That lasts until 56. So get ready to drop your invis at 40 or at 56. Then obviously if you step out of that invis spell, you're gonna be uncovered. But if you stay within that invis spell, you should be good to do a cycle, which I'm trying to, let's see how easy I can explain it. So you should be dropping your invis at 56, 46, 36. But you might want to do a single cycle, which is if you're in a very high defense area where you can get a lot of hits within like the 1 or 2 seconds that your invis wears off on the Fox or the invis spell, vice versa. We call that a single cycle, where you drop your RC, then you drop an invis, then once that invis wears off, you go back into Spirit Walk. Then after that, you just use your invis spells. You don't go for anything else. That's as far as I understand it. So here, I'm not really going for anything in particular. I'm going for the Fire Spitter. And then obviously my Spirit Walk or my Spirit Fox dies. I'm not the greatest teacher, I'm not gonna lie, but with this army, I try to go for value in terms of like, oh, a Fire Spitter, an X-Bow, and a Scatter Shot are there, or a multi-archer tower, or a ricochet cannon. You know, I try to take out some high damaging defenses first. Like the monolith, I mean, you could get around that easily with a skeleton spell. You don't have to always go for a monolith. I mean, I always thought that when I first started doing RC charges or spirit walks is, oh, I need to go for the monolith because the monolith is super scary. Honestly, it's not that scary as long as you place a skeleton spell like right on top of it, like right here, before your army gets in range of it. You should be all right. Or you could just use a freeze spell or the totem spell. The new totem spell really makes everything a whole lot easier. So, I mean, if you see like, let me look at my bases here. Let me try to find a decent one. So like here you have a poison core right here. So you would want to try to go for this, right? You know, people might be like, oh, that's really heavily trapped. So then they don't go for that. Or you try to go for, you know, a multi-archer tower right here. And then Teslas will pop. And this is the thing about Spirit Walk that sucks. So this base is kind of anti-Spirit Walk, obviously. Because when you do Spirit Walk, most of the time people are going to place the RC here to go for the Ricochet Cannon, move on to the Poison Tower, Fire Spitter, and the Expo. But they're going to get hit with all of these bombs and the Skeleton Trap. So that's another thing to take into account, is that you're gonna go into some baited stuff. Like, this is heavily baited. Because I'm pretty sure, no, the Giga Bomb's not on that side, it's on the Monolith. So, yeah, I mean, people try to go for the Monolith. You got a Giga Bomb and so many other bombs. Finding that value can be hard. But it comes with time. But Spirit Walk, again, 56, drop the first invis. After that wears off, wait a second. At 46, drop the second invis spell. Then after that, I try to get... I love getting greedy and testing my luck to see if I could go, okay, drop 56, 46, 36, just so I can, you know, get the most value. But most of the time, my Fox just dies. Anyways, let me jump into some FCs with this army. I apologize for yapping so much. I do apologize. Just takes a lot of time, honestly. Go for that mortar. Then he's gonna go for that spell tower. Nope. Yep. Knew it. I shouldn't have to rage up here, because I'm barely in range of the scatter. Okay, so here I'm gonna have to boom, boom. Okay, I selected a freaking freeze spell. Of course. If I fireball the Revenge Tower, I'm not getting that much value, in my opinion. I don't know, I might get both Super Wiz. Oh no, we'll see. You know what? He was right. You know what? He was onto something there. Do that. My throwers could catch up just a little bit. Come on. Oh, you went the wrong way. Oh well. Take some heat off. Yeah. If I really wanted an easy fireball base. Oh man. I don't really want to use furnaces. I don't know why. I just think throwers are so cool. I think they're super sick. Good boy. Whoops. What if I try to pull him this way? Then do that. Make them go into the base. Trying to ice block my roots just a little bit early. Then I can just do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of that. Block Warden real quick. Ice block. Or freeze. That was a pretty decent fireball. Do a little bit of that. Look at that singular. I hate that minion prince. I knew that. Yeah. I mean, that's solid. All right. I'm just trying to get used to the deployment of the army. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go grab my Amazon package real quick. Give me just a minute. Just give me a minute or two. All right, my bad. What the hell? Honestly, if I just play my warden here, insta ice block, go 1, 2, 3, 4. I should get that multi inferno. Surely, right? That is such a booty cheeks base. I'm not gonna lie. That is so cheeks. I'm not gonna lie, I lost service in the beginning of your spirit charge. Here, I can show you again. Are you having trouble with like the timing? Because the timing's easy. So when you first deploy the Royal Champion, if you're doing an RC charge, the first thing you're going to deploy is your RC. You are not with the RC. The troops after. What army are you using? You're here. Let me watch your attack back. You should be in the other clan, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, you know the fox has to cool down. All right. Go here. Boom, boom. Where you at? Here. Oh, you didn't even attack yet. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we weren't here when we spun it. Did you share any replays in the chat? Yeah, I mean, go ahead and attack your base. And I'll watch. Or I can send out a friendly challenge too. Don't matter. I just won't put any modifiers on it. Okay. I'll just let you attack yours. What's up, Fisher? Okay, let's see. All right, so you're using Root Riders, 3 Ice Golems. Okay. E-Boots, a Rocket Spear, not much. Just got back from class. How was class? Hopefully it went well. Man, is your freaking... Your RC equipment under leveled. I honestly would have waited for a single cycle. I have zero idea what is happening. I'm helping Turkey out with his troop placement right now. All right, so first off, okay. So RC goes. Should be 56 now. Okay, you don't. You wasted that invis for no reason. So you're. So if you know that it pops every 6 seconds, that would have been 50-second mark right there, or the 2-minute and 50-second mark. I wouldn't even have used that invis. Then it looks like you just kind of panicked. I don't know if you're trying to use that as a redirect. I mean, what? You're eternal toming way too early. And also those healers, man. Send your base again, and I'll show you how I would attack it. Now my army's gonna be a little bit different, but the premise is still gonna be the same. Let me. Is that? Yeah. Totems. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't really matter where I go from here, so. Two, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I could have saved my. All right, so I want to do a little bit of this. I'll just do this for shits and giggles. I'll do that. And then do that. Yeah, do a little bit of this, a little razzle dazzle. Boom. Pop that. can start. Whatever. I can just do that. Now I can just do that. Boom, boom. All right, so let me explain what I did. Okay, so upon looking at it, I'm trying to find where I can create the best pathing. So how I look at the RC charge is I want to set up pathing for my main army. So what I did here is I entered through this wizard tower right here. So in theory, I could take a screenshot. So the blue line is going to be my RC. So I want to go here, and this is the closest defense. Then this would be, then one of these two would be. And I thought I was honestly going to go down here to where that multi-archer tower and air defense was, but I instead went up here, which is okay. I think I got this expo down as well. So yeah, that's a good RC charge because you're creating pathing for the main army. So then I come up here with my main army because the idea is I want them to go through the base. And I placed an overgrowth spell to help with that pathing and also to kind of mitigate the damage that was coming to that army because of the town hall, monolith, and the multi-gear tower. So we'll just beat through this. So I did get that air defense. Then my fox died, so you know, stuff happens. So then I recall my RC. So you can see here, I have pretty good pathing. I have no defenses that my roots can target over here. I have no defenses that could target my roots or cause my roots to go off path. The whole point is to keep the roots all together and keep the army together. So let's go back to 1x. So I put down my ice golem first, then my roots, then my balloons, then my healers, and then my Valks. Troop launcher, what else? Queen and RC last. I always do my RC last in this case. And then I put an ice golem and king down here to cut off the pathing for the root riders so they stay inside of the base. Then as you watch, my balloons are gonna catch all of the air traps and stuff like that. So that's the whole point of the balloons, is to keep the healers alive. Then I just RC, I use my rocket spears to kind of keep my RC from going in front of the root riders there. Then I use the second overgrowth to direct my pathing towards the town hall so I can get that down. Then RC dies, still moving along the base. Place some cleanup troops down over here on the top side. That totem went crazy. Look at that. Still alive. Then I use my spiky ball at 92%, so it just basically gets to 100. Keep watching it and watch it as many times as you want. But let me look here. Your army comp is honestly a little iffy, if I'm being honest. But when you're coming from down here on this bottom side, you're not gonna find much value. You're gonna spend most of the time walking to the next defense. You don't have totems, that's okay. If you don't have totems, you can request them. You can request the totems. You should be able to get full level totems from people. If you have other spells maxed that are in your clan castle, use those, and then whatever, put totems in the clan castle. However you want to do it. I personally like the army that I use because it keeps everything together. It's very easy to use in a way. It's easy once you learn it, of course. That's what I should say, because I did have a hard time learning this learning this army, but once you understand that the RC is for basically cutting off anywhere for your root riders to go, it makes it a lot easier. So I don't know why this happens. What a pain. But yeah, so I mean, entering somewhere where it's like an open space is always going to be kind of sketchy, because most of the time people can just overly trap that or put Teslas there, whatever. But I went there. It's almost high risk, high reward. I don't know if you even want to count it as that. But my main goal was to cut off pathing this way, so my roots would keep going through here and just go around the base in a way. You have to set a good path up. I mean, I could send this army that I use, the double overgrowth, but it is a little difficult, if I'm being honest. But if you practice with it, it could be really, really good. So I'll just do that. Hear that. You could watch my replay as many times as you want, but just make sure you get the deployment down. So it's roots first, roots, then balloons, then healers, then Valkyries, then troop launcher, then warden, then queen, and then RC last. And then whatever the nearest defense is on the outside of the base, put your ice golem and barbarian king. Of course, man. And I mean, equipment is super, super important. It's so important, it's kind of crazy. Now, I'm not the best player by any means, but it looks like you already have Rage Gem and Eternal Tome maxed out. Although I do sometimes prefer Healing Tome more. But anyways, I mean, you're also using Healer Puppet and Giant Arrow. And Giant Gauntlet and EQ on the king. All the equipment in that army, try to prioritize, honestly. It's gonna help you tenfold. Equipment is the most important thing ever. Like, some of my attacks, because on this account, my action figure and my magic mirror are so underleveled, sometimes I run into some problems. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Got a good point. I personally like action figure more because I think of the giant as another thing to tank for the queen, so the queen stays up much longer. That's how I think about it. I think it's a pretty good way to think about it. But I mean, if all you have is healing puppets, that's fine. But it's just, there's a reason why action figures more are preferred. I don't know, I just start tweaking when I don't have action figure. I bought action figure on all my accounts. That's just me. Like, this account, I'm spoiled because almost everything is maxed.